Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us to this presentation about CODECO, a European research project. I'm José Castillo Lema. I'm part of the OpenShift Performance and Scale organization. I have been collaborating with research projects for a couple of years now. And this is Dean Kelly, a software engineer from Ireland that's currently fully working on these kinds of projects. So the idea here, I will be briefly describing and providing some context about why Red Hat is passionate about joining these Red Hat projects, which projects do we have currently, and what are the outcomes that we expect from those projects. And then Dean will be doing most of the heavy lifting of the presentation, giving the specifics about the CODECO project. So what are Horizon European projects? Those are huge research projects founded by the European Union. Usually we enter those projects with a huge consortium from industry and academia, usually more than 10 or 20 partners, and the projects have a duration of 3 years. And these are some of the projects that we have currently undergoing. We have 7 projects, as you see there. Most of them somehow they are related to what we call the cloud continuum in academia, which in Red Hat we usually refer to as hybrid cloud. Some of them are most focused on networking and multi-cluster networking aspects, other about the management capabilities, but somehow the cloud continuum topic spreads through them all. And finally, what I think is most relevant, why are we passionate about those projects? First of all, they provide us an opportunity, ideally, to found developing of new features in upstream and downstream Red Hat products. We are also in a position to influence the partners and the consortium to guide them in best practices and cloud-native orientations and to guide them in technologies that we are passionate about. And it's also an opportunity to increase our collaboration with upstream communities. So those are some of the reasons why we are so passionate about those projects. And now Dean is going to discuss specifically the CODECO one. So Dean, all yours.
Yeah, so hi everyone. So what is CODECO? This is a quote taken from their website, but I tried to kind of simplify it. The way I see CODECO is it's a Kubernetes plugin which handles scheduling on the edge through AI recommendations, as well as having a focus on energy efficiency and multi-cluster management. So I just want to give a quick shout out to the partners. We have 5 components in CODECO and 16 partners, and it's a pleasure to work with all of them, so just wanted to give them a quick shout out. So what's Red Hat's role within CODECO? We're in charge of the multi-cluster management. We're using OCM, or Open Cluster Management, to do this. We're in charge of the application model. We are in charge of the multi-cluster monitoring. We do this through Prometheus and Thanos. There's a lot of documentation involved, so we have to write deliverables, proposals, and sometimes even patents. Then we're in charge of the component installation. So how do we actually get CODECO onto the multi-cluster? And finally, we have to integrate those components. It's really difficult to kind of piece them all together and get them all talking to each other nicely. So yeah, that's it. So what are we actually trying to achieve with CODECO? So we want to create an open source framework which plugs into Kubernetes. We want to manage workloads on the edge cloud, again, using OCM. We want to focus on energy efficiency, trying to kind of hit net zero on all of that. We're exploring Kepler. And our key areas of research are hybrid cloud, edge, IoT, and AI. So I'll just give you a bit about the CODECO components themselves. So there's 5 key ones. We have Advanced Cluster Management, or ACM. Just to clarify, this isn't Red Hat's ACM. It's our own version of it. So that's really the entry point for the whole system. So that's in charge of installing all the other components. Then we have Metadata Manager, or MDM. So that controls and discovers the metadata. Then we have SWM, which is scheduling and workload migration. So that's multi-object scheduling. And our AI component is PDLC. The name is really long, so we'll call it PDLC. Then we have NetMA in charge of the network exposure and data exchange. So here are the few use cases kind of drive home what CODECO is. It can be used in smart cities, so for smart monitoring of public infrastructure. So a really good example I like to use in this is if you're an investor, having those kind of metrics available to you, what streets are busy, what streets are quiet, like that's crucial for investment. I think it's a really good use case. Then we have vehicular safety. So where are the pain points for traffic? Is there an area where there's more crashes than another area? Media streaming, so smooth delivery of media across IoT devices and edge cloud. Then we have energy. So again, is there anywhere in particular draining energy, or is there somewhere we can kind of take action on and bring the energy down? Manufacturing, so autonomous guided vehicles, we can control these through CODECO. And finally, smart buildings, so automated Cronestone application deployment for buildings. So how is the framework actually deployed? This is something we're kind of working on at the minute. So for multi-cluster, we have to assume we have one a hub and two, a couple of managed clusters. So we need to set up the hub first, right? So what components go onto the hub? Because all 5 components don't just get plastered on the hub and all managed clusters. So we use a GitOps-driven approach and get a pipeline going. So we have ACM deployed on the hub and SWM L1, for example. So then when they're set up on the hub, we're ready to start setting up the policies. So the pipeline moves on to the next stage, and it goes through and generates all the policies for the components that need to be deployed on the managed clusters. Then once the policies are created, consider the policies as deployments wrapped up in policies. So all the components are in those policies. OCM then takes the policies and sends them down to wherever we want. So say, for instance, we want PDLC on every single managed cluster. So let's go do that. The policy allows it. We want MDM on one, no problem, it does that. And that's kind of the approach we're after taking so far. Then the next part, so smart application deployment. This is how we actually get our application model and get it down implemented. So what is the application model? It's a set of user requirements, and we basically take the application model, send it out to SWM. SWM then transform it from the original application model to an SWM app. So it's waiting now, it's ready to go, let's send it down to the managed clusters. But what's the best cluster? So say the user goes, I want a really energy efficient cluster. It'll go, okay, here's our neighborhood of clusters that we have. Then the PDLC components are shouting at my man over here, going, this is the best cluster. And then he kind of lets SWM know, puts it into the app, and SWM and OCM pair up together and get the app down to the best cluster. So in this case, I said it was this one. And then finally, MDM monitors the application in real time. So that's kind of the workflow that we have. Thanks all for listening. All contributions are extremely encouraged. This is all kind of at the start of it. So as I said, all ideas are very welcome. If anyone's interested in contributing, just ping me. Everything's available on GitLab. And thanks very much.
I think we do have some time for questions. Is there any question about the projects, about CODECO in specifics? Okay, I think we don't have any questions. We'll be around for the next 10 minutes, so if you have any questions, feel free to reach us. Thank you very much, and thank you, Dean, for the presentation.
Thanks, lads.